Hey y'all, I'm Melissa Guerra. I am the Kitchen Wrangler, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You know, I've always got all the best recipes here in South Texas. And what is it, right after the holidays, we think, oh, we're gonna get on a diet, we're gonna take care of our bodies, we're not gonna eat anything that's bad for us. And then Valentine's Day hits and everybody goes into this chocolate frenzy. And well, I'm always in a chocolate frenzy. So I thought I would share with you my recipe for Chocolate Tres Leches Cake with fresh strawberries. It's kind of a 2-for-1. You get a gorgeous Tres Leches cake and you get chocolate dipped strawberries. It's everything for everyone. And oh yeah, this cake was pretty phenomenal. It is pretty phenomenal. I'm gonna make another one really soon, and you should too. So make sure you subscribe and let's get into this cake right now. Traditionally, a Tres Leches cake, which means 3-milk cake, is a sponge cake, and it's usually not chocolate. It's not particularly vanilla, but it's this really richly flavored milk sauce that makes a Tres Leches cake so incredible. So the sponge cake soaks up all of that delicious flavor, and we're gonna do the same in a chocolate version. The chocolate cake isn't particularly a sponge cake in this recipe. It's more of a fudgy, chocolatey, rich, delicious, fantastic, amazing cake. It is an incredible cake, and the fudginess of this cake helps keep it moist, so you can definitely make this cake a day in advance and then pour the Tres Leches milk sauce over it right before you serve it. Also, Tres Leches cakes are usually made like a sheet cake, which you can do with this chocolate version, but I elected to use a ring mold, which is kind of awesome because then you can pour all of that chocolatey Tres Leches sauce into the middle, dip your strawberries in there, and then glaze the rest of the cake with the chocolate Tres Leches milk. It's so good. But the ring mold that I'm using is a 5 to 6 cup ring mold. Usually people have bundt cake pans, and those hold like 12 cups of batter, and this only holds 5 to 6, so that's perfect for this recipe. I've never tried to double this recipe to make it in the size of a bundt cake. If you try that, make sure you leave me a comment below because I'm curious, I don't know. If you'd like to make a bundt size cake, I would use a chocolate cake recipe that you know has already been proven for a bundt sized pan, and then just use the Tres Leches chocolate milk sauce over the top, because that part of this recipe is ridiculous. It is so good. The first thing you need to do is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and grease and flour the cake pan that you have selected. Also, make sure that the rack in your oven is in the very middle, because that is the best way to get a very evenly baked cake. There are 3 elements to making this cake. First, you need a liquid mixture, then you need a wet mixture, and then you need a dry mixture. So the liquid mixture, all it is butter added to water. We're going to put it on the stove and heat it up and allow the butter to melt. Once the butter is melted, then we're gonna take it off the heat and we're gonna set it aside. Next, let's combine the wet ingredients. You need to combine sour cream, eggs, and vanilla, whisk them together in a bowl, and that you're gonna set aside as well. And now for the dry ingredients. In a separate large bowl, whisk together flour, your sugars, cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Add small portions of your liquid mixture and combine it using an electric hand mixer. Once you've added all of the liquid, then add the wet ingredients and mix with an electric hand mixer. Mix until just combine, and make sure not to overmix because you want a really tender cake. Pour the batter into your prepared pan, and I'm going to bake my cake for 50 minutes. If you've elected to use a different size cake pan, then the time on your cake baking is gonna be different. So make sure you check my recipe on the blog and you can see the different times that I suggest. Once a toothpick comes out clean from your cake, then you know it is ready, it's fully baked. Remove it from the oven and allow it to cool for about 10 minutes before you remove it from the pan. Allow the cake to cool completely. Meanwhile, let's make our chocolate Tres Leches milk sauce. Combine the cocoa powder and butter in a small saucepan. Condensed milk, evaporated milk, whole milk, heat over medium heat while whisking constantly. The cocoa lumps should break up while you're whisking. Once the mixture begins to simmer, lower the heat and continue to whisk for about 10 minutes, and you'll notice that the mixture will start to thicken. After 10 minutes of whisking and stirring, remove the mixture from the heat and allow it to cool for about 10 minutes. And now is the part that I love. love is pouring this warm chocolate sauce all over our beautiful chocolate cake. I'm gonna fill the hole in the center of my ring mold first because that's where I'm gonna dip my strawberries, and then I'm gonna pour the rest of the glaze over my little cake. Look how beautiful that is. Every portion gets just a little bit of that chocolate glaze, and the bottom of the cake is soaked in that wonderful chocolate tres leches milk. This is one of my favorite cakes. You know, they're all my favorite cakes, but who has a non-favorite cake? I don't know. I love this cake, and it is perfect for Valentine's Day. You have a chocolate cake, you have chocolate dipped strawberries. What more could you want? Oh, I know what you could want. You could want somebody to share your cake with. I got it. So if it has not been blatantly obvious by now you have a real reason to subscribe to my channel. I've got the best recipes. I mean, come on. Chocolate Tres Leches Cake, this is the bomb. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you know if you have any questions or comments or requests, you can email me at help@kitchenwrangler.com, or you can message me through Instagram, through Facebook, through Twitter, through TikTok, or you can contact me through YouTube. I'm always here, I'm always at the ranch, and I'm always looking forward to hearing from you. I'm Melissa Guerra, I'm the Kitchen Wrangler, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here at the ranch again soon. Bye now.